Hi, I'm Regan from Creative People, and today I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to avoid dodgy or fraudulent SEO companies. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's the practice of undertaking techniques that can improve your rankings within search engines such as Google. Now, I've heard a lot of stories, and have heard them for many years, of people receiving spam emails and more recently over the last year or two, even cold calls from call centers, companies that are claiming to be able to give you specific search results within Google. So ranking your website, say in the top 5 results of Google. Now that's a pretty broad claim to make, and most people know that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But a lot of people do get sucked into this and end up spending a lot of money on dodgy SEO companies and actually damaging their search engine results over a long period of time. So I'll give you 3 tips to help you get a bit of an understanding of what's likely going on when these companies are undertaking their work, and it'll help you to avoid getting sucked in by them and hopefully going with a more legitimate provider. So tip number 1. Black hat SEO. So this has been around for many years, and black hat SEO techniques refer to a set of techniques which are used to essentially fool the search engine into ranking your website higher than what it otherwise would. Now these can sometimes work in the short term and give better results in the short term and lift your website up the search rankings. However, over the medium to long term, they will most certainly damage your search engine rankings. So what often happens is these companies will charge you an upfront fee and then perhaps an ongoing monthly fee. They may employ some of these black hat SEO techniques and get you results in the short term. But then after, say, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever it might be, you will start to see a significant slide in your search engine results. By that time, that company probably doesn't care if you cancel your contract and move away somewhere else. They've already made their money out of you for probably doing not much work. But the problem here is not that you've spent money and kind of wasted that. The real problem is that you're going to do lasting damage to your search engine results. So Google can see that these black hat techniques have been used, and they will continue to penalize you even well after you've left that dodgy provider. So you may then move over to a legitimate provider, but you're going to have to spend more time and more money with that legitimate provider to recover from these dodgy techniques that have been used by this other company. So now just Google black hat SEO tactics and familiarize yourself with a few of those things. There's probably thousands of articles out there on it. As I said, it's been around for a long time. So just Google it, familiarize yourself with some of those things. Now, tip number 2, transparency. So this kind of relates to the black hat side of things. So you should ask your potential SEO agency what sort of techniques they're going to use to improve your rankings. Now, a legitimate SEO company should be quite transparent with this. It's not there's no secrets involved. They'll be able to tell you the sorts of things that they're doing. If they are hesitant or don't want to tell you at all what techniques they're using, you need to be very wary of them and probably stay well clear. If they do tell you and you can see that some of those things are black hat techniques that you've done some research on Google about, then again, steer well clear. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, guarantees. If any company is making specific guarantees about getting you certain search results within Google, they might say, we guarantee you'll be within the top 5 or top 3 search results for certain keywords within Google. That in itself is very dodgy. No one can make these guarantees. Google is the only one that controls where your website ranks, and Google can change their algorithm overnight, which might change your rankings. Any SEO agency worth their salt, a legitimate company, will tell you that we can't guarantee anything, but they can employ best practice SEO techniques, which over a period of time will improve your search results and get you into a good position. Now, what position that is depends heavily on how competitive your industry is on Google and a whole lot of other factors involved. The key thing here is if someone is saying that they're going to guarantee a specific result for you, then you need to be extremely wary and probably stay away. But just a final thought on all this search engine optimization and marketing. If you're spending money over here on Google to drive people across to your website, now whether that's from getting better organic search results or through Google AdWords, if you're spending that money driving them to the website, you really need to consider how you're going to re-engage them after they've left your website. So there's lots of things we can do there around remarketing, social media advertising, email marketing by getting them to sign up to lists. There's a whole raft of things that can be done there. And if you're not doing at least one or two of those things, that money that you spend over there on your search engine marketing, a lot of it is going to be wasted. So really look at the whole digital marketing stratosphere when you're thinking of your SEO strategy, and look at what you're doing on those other channels to ensure that your spend in search engines is going to yield you the best results. So there you go, 3 tips and a little extra one around search engine optimization and how to avoid the pitfalls of these fraudulent companies. If you liked it, please like and share, and if you've got any questions, just throw them in the comments and I'll come back to you. Thanks.